'Twas a few nights before Christmas, and on the small screen was Rare Exports, a Finnish festive horror so good it has to be seen. Welcome back to my channel, viewers, subscribers, and those who are naughty and nice. 'Tis the season to be jolly. So today let's talk about Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale, and how Santa could bring us an action figure line to go along with this Christmas festive horror movie. So at the time of this video recording, Rare Exports is available on Amazon Prime. The film opens to a scene where a foreman of a drilling project is talking to like the wealthy owner or individual or something like that about some kind of strange circumstances around the drilling that's occurring. The wealthy individual gives the foreman like a set of instructions on like warnings in terms of being cautious around the drilling, in terms of like being on their best behavior, being essentially nice rather than bad or naughty. Then the film sort of proceeds with the owner of the drilling company or organization talking to all the contractors, the drillers, about using dynamite in the mountain and digging up some kind of unusual thing buried in the mountains. While this is happening, two young boys, Juuso and Pietri, are listening in on the conversation with a lot of curiosity. So it turns out that this site that's being dug on is some kind of burial ground. While Juuso and Pietri are sort of leaving the scene, they're discussing whether Santa is real or not. And yeah, they're sort of like discussing what might be buried there, and then a large explosion. So obviously Pietri's and Juuso's little adventure to the mountains has sparked up a kind of curiosity in Pietri, and he ends up reading books on the real Santa Claus, who's a being who kind of punishes naughty children. And Pietri's so engrossed in the reading about the real Santa, he's fallen asleep. While this is occurring, or during the time this is occurring, his father has been outside their home setting a trap to warn off like wolves and predators. And when Pietri wakes up from all this over-reading about Santa, he sees what look like sort of human footsteps outside his bedroom window in the snow, and he's quite concerned, and he goes to talk to his dad about it. But Pietri's father sort of dismisses it. Pietri and their father go about their daily chores on the 23rd of December, which is trying to round up like the deer, which is their cattle. But they sort of come to the realization, or they find out that something has eaten the cattle, which could be wolves or something much worse. And Pietri's father and the other men want answers on the slaughtered cattle, which are near the sort of digging site, the location of the digging site, or the fence of the digging site. So the men and Juuso and Pietri all go to the digging site to try and find answers on their slaughtered cattle, but they find the site to be actually abandoned. So Pietri, or Pietari, I've probably been pronouncing it wrong, Pietari, finds like photography on the digging site of what he believes is that the contractors have actually dug up the real Santa, who's been buried in the ice by the ancient Sami people, who lured Santa there, and then like piled up rocks on that area in the summertime, which has then become the mountain. So sometime after that, obviously Pietri's telling his friend Juuso, who doesn't believe him. Sometime after that, Pietri and his father find an elderly man who has fallen into the trap made for predators outside their home. And this elderly man has a curious connection to Santa, who's dug up in the mountain. And then this is where the film really begins to sort of develop and sort of take pace. So once Pietri and his father and the other men have found the old man, it starts to unravel what this old man's connection to the real Santa Claus is. But to say any more would be spoilers, so I really suggest you watch the film to find out more of the story. It's really worth it. So despite a slow start, Rare Exports builds well, and the mystery surrounding the mountain digging and the elderly man who appears really provide a great alternative take on Christmas. There's plenty more to discover in this story, but I'll let any curious viewers enjoy that experience for themselves. So Rare Exports gets a festive 4.5 stars out of 5 from TAKTAK Toys with Film. Piatri, Juso, their fathers, and the elderly man who appears would all make good additions to an action figure line. But the real draw would be some of the characters which are to be discovered later in the story, but to uncover those, it's best to watch at your peril. So that's my take on Festive Horror Rare Exports A Christmas Tale. If you like this video and intrigued to know more, I recommend giving the film a watch on Amazon Prime, and please like, comment and share and subscribe. It all helps the channel. And until next time, enjoy those festive flicks and figs.